everyone, it's Karen with Yes Please PaperCrafts. In this video, I'm going to be creating a scrapbook layout for the Scrap Our Stash blogspot.com sketch challenge for the month of November. And this is a sketch that I'm going to be using. I really love this sketch. I wish I would have more photos to use for my layout, but I'm going to make it work. I love the circular element and also the banners across the bottom here. And when I looked at this, I thought immediately birthday. I don't know why, even though it has some fall-like elements up here. I just think this would be so cool, kind of as a celebration type of layout. Maybe it's because of the banners across the bottom. I always think celebration when I see banners. Okay, so also for this layout, in addition to using the sketch for inspiration, you also need to use watercolor pattern paper and chipboard on your layout. If you would like to join in on this challenge, I will leave a link in the description below to the Scrap Our Stash website, and you can check it out and see all of the rules and get a copy of the sketch for yourself so that you can participate in this challenge. So you have until November the 29th to submit your layout, so I hope you will participate in this month's sketch challenge. All right, so that's the sketch we're going to be using. This is the photo. This photo was taken about 10 years ago. I was living in Texas at the time. It was my 50th birthday, and my cousin Linda and her daughter Rebecca and also my Aunt Sally drove up from Louisiana to visit for my birthday. And it was a surprise. I didn't know they were coming, so it was super fun and really a great memory. And so I do have quite a bit I could do for journaling on this picture. And one of the funny things when I look at this picture is that my hair is straight and it's very short. It was a very super short haircut, but my hair now is actually curly. Think about maybe 8 years ago, my hair just turned curly, and I don't even remember when it happened. But I just remember that I noticed after I would wash my hair and it was wet, when it would dry, it would just form ringlets like Shirley Temple. So I went from having somewhat straight, kind of wavy hair to having very, very curly hair. And I'll put a picture here somewhere on the screen of me now so you can see how my hair looks now, because it's pretty funny to think that I went through most of my life with kind of somewhat straight hair, and now I have curly hair. So yeah, that's funny. Maybe I'll have to try to see if I can find some pictures and kind of document the story of my hair change. But yeah, that's kind of funny when I look back at pictures and my hair is straight like that. Okay, so for this layout, I needed to have watercolor pattern paper. And so I immediately thought of this paper pad that I have on my stash. This is from Michael's Recollections. And I think it's super pretty, and all the papers in here are kind of watercolor inspired papers. And I think it goes perfectly with this photo, which is why I picked the photo. And so I think this is going to work really well together to use for this layout. Okay, so in addition to the paper here, I went ahead and pulled some chipboard because the other part of this challenge was using chipboard for this layout. And I have two different things for chipboard. I'm either going to use this chipboard alpha from Echo Park. This is from the Imagine That collection, and it's just this chipboard alphas. And I thought these colors are really pretty, and I love the gold accents. And then I also have this chipboard here from the Crepe Paper Hooray collection. Now the colors here don't match as well, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to use this or not, but some of the things here may work. So I have both of these to use. Should be able to use something here for the chipboard. Okay, in addition to that for my embellishments, I also have some other things here. I have the die cut ephemera pack. This is also from the Crepe Paper Hooray collection. And even though this is birthday themed, the colors are not exactly what I'm going for, but I think there should be some pieces in here that I should be able to use. But I have some more things as well, so I don't know if I'm going to use this or not, but I have it just available. I also have a couple of things from this collection here, which is called And Many More. This is a pink Paislee collection. It's also birthday celebration themed, and it's this ephemera pack here. Now the colors here in this ephemera pack go a little bit better with the papers that I have selected. And so I'm probably going to use some of that. And then I also have this 3D stickers, also from the And Many More. And I think those are really pretty. I might have to use these balloons because those are super cute. They're like little glitter shaker balloons. Okay, so the last thing I have here that maybe I might use for this layout are some things from Jen Hadfield's Hey Hello collection. I have this sticker pack. I just thought the colors went really well with the rest of the things that I have selected here. And then I also have this paper pad. I like being able to bring in a 6x8 paper pad just because the prints are much smaller, and sometimes there's things that you can use to cut out or can use this to map my picture, but I think the paper in here is super cute, and so I might use some of the paper from here as well. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do for this layout is to look through this 12x12 paper pad and pick out some papers. I want to find a paper for my background, and also I'm going to need 4 or 5 different pattern papers for this layout. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's in this paper pad. Now, I did look through here a little bit before I started this video, and just wanted to make sure that I pick something that is going to work with my picture and also work with the embellishments. And I wanted to make sure that I got something that had pinks and purples because my cousin Rebecca is wearing this really bright pink shirt. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have in here. I have this stripe, and then there's this purple stripe. That's really pretty. I really like this a lot. I think I'm going to pull this one out. And I'm not sure, I don't think I'll use this as a background, but it would work as one of the layers. So I'll go ahead and pull that paper. Okay, so let's see what else we can find in here. This kind of reminds me of a swimming pool, so not going to use that one. And then we have some polka dots, and it's a little bit busy. I know my embellishments are going to be very bright and busy, so I'm going to steer away from that one. Okay, so we have this paper here. It's really pretty, but it has a lot of orange in it, and so I think I'm wanting to go more towards the purples and pinks. And this one kind of reminds me of a sunset. And this one's probably a little bit more yellow orange that I want. And then some more polka dots. This paper is super pretty. I think this paper is really cool. I like the color of it, but I'm just wondering if I could use 2 different stripes. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out as well. And I think I had one of those loose already. Let's see. Yeah, I think this one was already loose. Okay, so I have those 2 papers. Let's see if I can find something to tie those papers together. I think that one's too busy. This is a little bit dark. I think I really much prefer the purple, that purple stripe. This reminds me of the sky. We got some really bright yellow and then more orange. So this could work as a background. So let's see what this would look like here with my picture. I think that that's pretty. It does kind of look like watercolor, but it's very much similar to the paper here. I'm not sure that I'm really digging that too much, so let's keep looking. I think there were some other ones that I like better. There's another one that kind of looks like the sky, and then we have this stripe, and this is really pretty. I like this one, but it's not as much of a watercolor paper. It's more of an ombre. That's super pretty though. Let's see what else we can find. This one with the words is pretty, and then we have some more yellow. That's super pretty too. That could work. I like this one better than the one that we had before that was just really darker. See if I can go back to look at that one again. See, this one was more purpley pink, and then this one has more orange. Okay, let's see what else we could find. I think it was this paper here that I thought was super cool, and I'm wondering if that would work as a background because I really like it. Let's see what else they have, and then I might make a decision here. Okay, so we have that paper and this really pretty green polka dot paper. And that one to me looks a little bit busy, but I really like this paper a lot. I think it looks like a watercolor background. And I love it with the picture. I love the colors. It does have yellow and orange, but it also has the pink and the purple and the aqua, that kind of a green color. And it goes really well with these two papers. Now I'm not really sure that I'm liking both stripes. And so, although I could maybe use one of these to back my picture. Okay, let's see. I could use this one. I think I'll use this one as the banner across the middle. This one here. And then I want to find something that has more of a design in it for the circle. I could use this purple one as one of these papers in the background. Let's see what we have in this 6x8 paper pad. So I'm looking for something that's going to go with the other papers that I have selected here. I love this floral. That's just gorgeous. I wonder if I would be able to create a circle with this. And it's got some gold foiling. I don't know if y'all can see that. This is super pretty. And I just love it with the picture because they gave me this little gift bag. It had, I had a little cake, I think, with candles, and it had this flower on the top. And I just think that would be really pretty together. So I'm really liking that. So we could use that paper for the circle. I think I could do that. I think I could just create a large half circle, and I think it would work. Let's see what else we got here. Now, I wanted to mention something here because I really like this paper with the Hooray. I think that would be super cute. And if you look at this paper here in the background, this darker paper, you really don't see much of it. So you don't really have to have a large piece of paper to create this effect. You can actually have two very small pieces of paper, since that paper is behind everything else. And you can just tuck it behind. You would never know that it wasn't an entire sheet of paper there. So I could potentially pull a piece of paper out of this 6x8 paper pad to use as this piece in the background. So I'm not sure if I'll do the Hooray, but that's super cute. Let's see what else we have. Hooray would be good though because it's birthday, so I think that would be a really good paper to use for this layout. Now there's two of these, and wonder if I could use... So I thought a little bit about using this to maybe do some fussy cutting, but I think that the flowers are too close together. It might be kind of difficult to fussy cut. And I have so many embellishment packs, I don't really think I would need to do that. I'm kind of leaning toward this paper that has the Hooray. And let's see how this one would look here. So if we have this paper as the stripe going across the middle, we'll have this paper as the circular element. And then we have this one kind of sticking out up here. And then this one behind, like that. Would I want to use this part up here? I'm not loving this paper here, so I think we're going to remove that one and see if we can find something else to use instead. Okay, so we have these papers so far. I think since I picked out this floral paper and this yellow, I just need to make sure that whatever else I bring in goes with these colors. And I think the purple, although it's a little bit represented here, a lot of that might get covered up, and I think I need something that's going to blend a little bit better with the papers that I have selected here. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip through this one more time. And now that I have that selected, I can select this last paper that I need. for this layout. Okay, so I'm just going to flip through here really quick and see if I can find something to use just for that one layer. And let's see what else we can find here. I think that would be too much yellow. I think that stripe would be competing with the other stripe. Okay, I'm running out of choices. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, let's see. We can look through this 6x8 paper pad and see if we can find anything here. Sometimes, you know, you just kind of have to look a couple of times before something just jumps out at you and says, use me. So we're just going to flip through here one more time and see what else we can find. And hopefully I can find something that I think is going to work for this layout. Okay. Yep, I'm going to say this paper. I love the color. I think this color goes really well with this paper here. It's a tone on tone. It has a pattern. It's not super busy. So I think that's going to work really well. Okay, so now that I have my paper selected, I'm going to stop talking and start scrapping, because y'all know I can't talk and scrap at the same time. And I'll speed this up and do a voiceover later to walk you through my process. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to start by cutting down my papers, and I'm going to put a copy of the sketch up there in the top left hand corner for you guys so that you can kind of follow along as I'm building this layout. And I'm using the Creative Memories 12-inch paper trimmer. I love that paper trimmer, super easy to use. Just cutting off all of these strips up there at the top from the paper pad. And then I'm going to try to figure out how big I need each one of these papers to be. Okay, so I decided to create a 5-inch strip with this green paper, and I'm also going to cut down this yellow paper. I'm just going to cut it in half for now, and then later I'll figure out exactly how big I want that to be. And I got out my circle cutter. This is the cutting system from Creative Memories. It comes with 3 different size blades, and there's a red, a blue, and a green blade. And there, you purchase those separately, and then you purchase each set of templates separately. And the templates that I'm using here are the circle templates. And I love using this because you can see exactly where the circle is going to be cut on there. And I'm just going to lay the circle template down. And the way that this works is you put the blade into the groove, and you can either put it on the outside of the groove or in the inside, and it creates different size circles. So I'm creating I think it was a 5-inch circle, and it didn't matter that it wasn't a complete circle because you're only going to see the top half of it anyway. Okay, so now that I have my papers cut up, I'm just going to lay this out to get a feel for how this is going to work. And I will be trimming down the papers a little bit. I think the yellow paper was a little bit wide. But first I'm going to trim my picture. I wanted to trim it down a little bit and just trim the sides off because it was a lot of distraction in the background there. And I wanted the picture to really focus on the people in the picture. Okay, so I'm looking at this, trying to figure out the center. I'm going to turn this into a banner, and I tried first to mark it with the pencil and then cut up from both ends, and it didn't come out very even. I had a little bit of a problem there, so I just kind of folded it in half and trimmed it up, and I think that worked much better. Alright, I'm also going to just trim that circle, cut it into a half circle because I'm really only going to be using the top part of the circle. And I trimmed those yellow paper down. I think I made those into, I think it was 3.5 inches. And then this pink paper, I think that one was maybe a 4x9, I think. Okay, it might have been 4.5 or 5x9. Okay, so I'm really happy with the papers here, and I'm just going to move on to the next part of my layout, which is working on the title. I did try out these chipboard letters, and this is from Echo Park's Imagine That Girl collection, and they're really cute, but what I was finding was that all of these different letters had a lot of different colors and variations in the design, and I think it was really detracting from my layout. It was competing with that floral paper, and I really wanted the floral paper to kind of be the star, and also the picture. I wanted those two things to stand out more. And as I'm laying this title out and trying this out here, it just kept getting more and more busy as I added each letter. And so you're going to see me go back, and I'm just going to decide not to use that on this layout. And I might create a page kit just based on these chipboard letters. I have recently started building page kits just using random things from my craft room as inspiration, and I think those chipboard letters would actually be a good starter for a page kit. Okay, so I still need some chipboard for my layout, so I'm going to look at this 12 by 12 chipboard. This is from Crate Paper's Happy Hooray collection. And I decided to use the chipboard piece that says birthday. I'm going to combine that with some thickers to create a title. And my title is going to be Birthday Surprise. So I thought it would be really pretty to use gold because that floral paper that I have had gold accents. And I decided to use these gold thickers. These are foam thickers. It's from the Jen Hadfield Everyday collection. And I used these same thickers on my last layout for Scrap Our Stash. I really love these. They make such a nice bold title, and combining them with the chipboard I thought was super pretty. So this layout is coming together really quickly, and I think that's one of the advantages of using a sketch. Because you don't have to really worry too much about your picture placement or what size papers you're going to be using or even your title, because you kind of have something to guide you through that part of the process. Now that I have that done, I'm looking through some of the embellishments to try to see what I can use on my layout. So I did get through the Happy Hooray ephemera, and I found one flag that says Hooray, and I'm going to add another one later, but I like that up there at the top of the layout. Now I'm going through the pink Paislee and many more ephemera. I did find more pieces in this ephemera, and I kind of thought that that would happen just because the colors matched my layout a little bit better. I found some really cute things in this ephemera pack, and one of my favorite things was this little tassel banner and also the balloons there, and I just love how that looked there at the bottom, and it perfectly matched the sketch. I was also thinking about using a tag and was looking for something to use at the bottom there for the banners going across the bottom underneath where the title was going to be. And so I'm just going to keep looking through here and trying out these different tags. I also have the 3D stickers from this collection, and I love these shaker balloons with the glitter. I just thought those were so pretty, so I'm going to try using those. But before I put them on my layout, I'm going to just put them onto some plastic packaging that I had in my trash can. I think that was what my 12 by 12 chipboard came in, and I just did that just so that I can move them around my layout without getting them stuck onto anything. I don't know about you, but every time I have a sticker and I don't know where exactly I'm going to put it, and it's just floating around my workspace there, it almost always ends up on top of my picture or someplace where I don't want it to be, and it tears my paper. So I didn't have any wax paper handy, and I just thought I'd use that plastic packaging to put those balloons temporarily until I figured out where they were going to go. So I'm looking for some paper to use to map my photo. I thought about just using white cardstock, but I really wanted this photo to pop off the background and decided to use this yellow paper. I'm using the We Are Memory Keepers layering guides to map my picture. I'm using the 1/8 inch guide, and I did create a video that I have on my channel on how to use these layering guides and also shared some tips. So if you're interested in that, I will leave a link in the description below to that video. So now that I have my picture matted, I'm going to try it out on my layout, and I thought that the banner was a little bit too wide, so I'm going to trim a little bit off of each side. And I wanted to trim each side because I didn't want to lose the banner shape. And I really like it so much better, just a little bit less wide than I had it. I think it looks much more balanced on the layout with the rest of the papers that I have. Okay, so I'm really loving the way that this is turning out, and just kind of playing around with the placement of all of these papers so that I can go ahead and start gluing things down. So I wanted to let y'all know that there are 10 people on the design team, and so there are lots of different layouts that get published on the Scrap Art Stash website each month. And so please be sure to go out there and check out the other design team members' layouts, and just to get more inspiration for this sketch. I really love this sketch. I'm going to be adding this to my binder where I keep all of my sketches, and this is definitely a keeper, and I think that I'm going to be using this one again in the future to do more layouts. So as I was looking at this, I was thinking about what I needed to do to fill in the space where those other pictures would have gone if I would have followed the sketch. And so I'm going to move the title up and add a journaling block underneath. I do have quite a bit that I can journal for this layout because it was my 50th birthday, and it was a surprise to have my cousins and my aunt come to visit. So I'm going to go and use my computer to create some journaling. And also I figured out that the word surprise was misspelled, and I'm going to add in the R, and that looks so much better. So I really wish I could have a spell checker on my layouts, and maybe a bell would ring or something would happen whenever I'm misspelling a word. But I usually figure it out when I'm editing back a video, or when I post a video online and somebody says, hey, you misspelled that word wrong. Or when I post a video on YouTube and somebody leaves me a comment. But this time I did catch it before I got too far. I just kept looking at it thinking, that looks really weird. I know that it just doesn't look like it's spelled right. Okay, so I'm going to try out these glitter balloons, and I thought that it was a little bit too much to use all of these balloons on this layout. And I like the glitter balloons, but I thought using all 3 of them was just a little bit too much. So then I had the idea to add one of the balloons on top of the die cut piece that I had there, which had the fringe going down it. So I thought that was really cute. I think the other reason I decided not to use those other balloons was because there were no strings on them. And I would have liked to have used 3, but I'm going to kind of make this work. And I usually like to have odd numbers of things, like 1 or 3 or 5. But in the end, I think it works okay because I'll have 2 balloons and then another embellishment right next to it, which will make a cluster of 3 things. Okay, so I'm going to work on this tag. I wanted to add banners down there at the bottom. I'm also going to be adding a tag onto my layout. And at first I was thinking I would put the tag and maybe 1 banner there down at the bottom of the layout next to my journaling. But I didn't really like it there, and once I got the journaling completed, it was kind of difficult to get the tag to look right and not cover up the journaling. Okay, so here I'm just cutting out my journaling using my Creative Memories trimmer. And I did that. I just created a text box using Word. I typed up my journaling, and then I printed it out on my printer, and then I'm just cutting around the text box. But I'm cutting off the box because I didn't really want the outline. I just wanted a white piece of paper with the writing on it. So there I have my journaling, and I'm just trying to figure out the placement for the journaling, trying to see if I could make that work there with the tag, but I didn't really like how that looked. So then I had the idea to use the tag at the top of my layout, and I just tucked it behind the picture and created a cluster right there, and I just liked how that looked so much better. I'm still trying to use this banner piece down there at the bottom of the layout, and I tried it in a couple of different places. I thought it was blending too much into the background paper, and then as I looked at it and I thought about what was written on it, I thought, well, this is probably not the best quote for this layout because it says all about you, and I'm creating the layout and the layout is about me. So I went ahead and took it off, and I just decided to try to see if I could find some other pieces to use for banners. So I found this one banner that was actually in the ephemera from the And Many More collection, and it's got little candles or confetti or something on it. I can't see it because it's so small, but I'm going to use that piece down there at the bottom. And now I'm just going to look through this 6x8 paper pad again, and I pulled out a plaid and a stripe, and going to go ahead and cut a couple pieces off of these papers to use as banners. And I'm just eyeing it. I'm not really measuring it. I just thought I wanted a couple pieces maybe that were around 1.5 to 2 inches wide. I'm also going to use some of the yellow paper that I had used to map my picture and use that to create another banner. So I'm going to have, I think, a total of 4 banners down there at the bottom, and just cutting in the flags there on each one of these, and I'm going to tuck them underneath and layer them on top of each other. So I thought that was really cute. I love how that came out. I just love adding banners to a layout. It gives a really festive vibe to a layout, and it's really awesome to use on layouts about birthdays, graduations, anniversaries, anything that you're celebrating about. Okay, so once I got all the banners on there, I'm going to go ahead and add this other banner across that has the little tassels. Just thought that was super cute. I'm going to go ahead and glue all this down. So I decided to try adding some glue underneath the banners rather than taking everything off my layout and adding them on one at a time, which is what I usually do. And I'm doing this because I've been watching Joanne Bartel. She has a YouTube channel and she does that. So I thought I would give it a try, and I thought it worked out really well. So I'm going to have to see if I can do that more often. So I will add a link in the description below to Joanne's channel if you would like to check out her videos. And the next thing I'm going to do here is add some foam tape. And I added it to the banner, also to the top of this tag. And I did add some to the back of the balloon that didn't have the shaker, glitter shaker. And the next thing we're going to do is to add some twine to the tag. And as I was looking at my twine, I came across some yarn that I had stuck on here. And instead of using twine, I decided to use this yarn because I really love the color and I just like the texture of it. I thought it was a little bit softer of a texture. And I have a lot of yarn that's actually in my sewing room. And one of these days, I'm going to take some of that yarn and add it to this ring so that I can have it close at hand, because sometimes I like to use things other than just twine on my layouts. And I typically don't go into a different room looking for that. And it's better if it's really close to where I'm working. So I have this ring with the twine. It's actually hanging on a hook on the side of my Raskog cart. And so super convenient, and it's always right there whenever I want to add a tag to my layout. Okay, so I thought that I really needed to have something special because it was my birthday, and I love this bow die that Joanne gave me, and she gave this to me a while back, and I've been using it on lots of layouts. It creates the most adorable little bow, and so I'm going to create a bow using some pink cardstock, and yeah, super cute. Okay, so up next is musical embellishments, because I just do this all the time. I just think it's funny. I will move things around up and down and back and forth, and I'll start gluing things down, and then I move it when I glue it down. So I don't know. I just think it's so funny to watch myself back when I'm editing videos sometimes on how often I move things around, and then they don't even end up, you know, where I decided to put them. Okay, so I tried out this huge rosette that was part of the 3D stickers that came with the And Many More collection. And I like the idea of using a rosette there, but it was just way too big. And so I went into my drawer of embellishments and I pulled out that little bin that had all these rosettes that I had never used. And I find them very difficult to use on a layout, but I love the way they look. I think sometimes it can be a bit of a challenge, especially since some of those rosettes are very large. But I like this little one, and it's kind of an aqua and gold color, and in the middle of it it says yay, and I thought that was super cute. And I got that little rosette from a Spellbinders card kit, and I love those card kits Sometimes I use them for scrapbooking, sometimes I use them to make cards, but they have a lot of really cool embellishments included in those kits. Okay, so now I'm trying out different cakes and also tried out some presents. I'm going to add that green present there at the top. And I decided to put this little cake there between the journaling and the picture because there was kind of a strange area there. It's like blank, but it didn't look right. And I'm going to add that cake, and I just thought that was super cute. And I added some foam tape and popped it up on some foam tape, and yeah, just loved that. Okay, so one of the other stories around my 50th birthday was that my sister Jeannie, who also lived in Texas at the time, made me a whole bunch of different cupcakes in all different flavors because at the time I was obsessed with the show Cupcake Wars. And so I thought that was so cool that she did that for me. And I found a little cupcake that was on the chipboard and added that there right under the balloons and next to the word birthday. And I thought that that really gave that cluster balance because now there's 3 elements there, the 2 balloons and the little cupcake. I just loved the way that that came out, and I thought that it really did look better having the little cupcake. And it also adds to the story because it's part of my journaling as well. Okay, so this layout is pretty close to being done, but I did think I needed to add a little bit more sparkle and a little bit more gold, and so I'm going to add some gold sequins to my layout. And these sequins came from a Maggie Holmes embellishment pack. They already have adhesive on the back, and so I'm just going and sticking them on different parts of the layout, including on top of 2, I don't know, they're confetti pieces that came from the Hooray chipboard. And I also going to add some bling. This is some Stampin' Up! Gems, and I'm going to add one to the bow. I'm also going to add gemstones onto those little confetti pieces. Okay, so here are some close-ups of my layout. I hope y'all enjoyed this scrapbook process video, and if you did, please give this video a like. And if you would like to see more videos, please subscribe. I would love to have you join my channel. And I do have a short video clip of my 2 dogs, Bella and Lilybell, at the end of this video if y'all want to stick around for that. And y'all take care. Hope y'all have an awesome Thanksgiving, and hope to see you next time. Bye now. Hey, Miss Bella, what you doing? Hi, Miss Bella. What you up to? Are you being a good girl? Where you going? Miss Bella, what you doing? Where'd you go? Where's Lilybell? Can you go get Lilybell? Tell her to come in here. Go get Lilybell. Tell her come in here. Here she comes. Y'all come in here. Come here. I want to talk to you. Come see me. Come see me. Are you in my button shop? You're in Mama's button shop. And there's Lilybell over there in the pink puffy beds. My friend Debbie came over and left her dog with me, her dog Mariah, for a whole week. And she brought me these little beds because she said her dog didn't like them. And Lilybell loves being in there. Hi you, what you doing? You got anything to say, Miss Bella? Are you in Mama's button shop? Are you going to help me make buttons today? No! You're not going to help me? Oh my goodness. Miss Lilybell, can you help me make buttons? I need some help. I gotta make 150 buttons or thereabouts. That's a lot. Where you going, Miss Bella? Say we gotta make more buttons. Where'd she go? Miss Bella, where you at? Lily Bell, can you see through all that hair, sweetie? I really need to get your hair cut. Or I need to probably just trim it myself until I can get you an appointment. You look so funny. You look like a little hairy monster. Are you gonna come over here and talk to me? Come see me. Come here. Come here. Come here, Lily Bell. What you doing? What you doing, Miss Lily Bell? Are you gonna help Mama make buttons? She's like, say what? I'm not doing any work. She's like, I'm a princess. I don't work. I'm gonna go back over here and lay in my bed. You look insulted that I asked you. I'm so sorry. So where did Miss Bella go? Miss Bella, where are you? Bella, come here. Bella? Bella? Where'd you go? There you are. I had it zoomed in. What you doing? That's why it was so hard to get you in my picture. Or you got anything to say? No? No. Okay, so y'all are not going to help me make buttons? You look insulted that I even asked. You are? Okay. I guess I can't put you to work, huh? No? But I'm sure you expect a treat, right? Oh, yes. Always treats. But you're not doing any work. Okay, gotcha. My little spoiled princesses. I know. Y'all are too funny. I know. Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that. Don't be bratty. You can be a princess. Just be nice. Just be nice about it. Okay, can you say hi to the YouTube people? Yeah? Can you say something else? No? You don't have anything else to say? Yeah? You want me to ask Lilybell? Okay, Lilybell, do you have anything that you'd like to tell the YouTube people? Do you want to say hi? I know you already said hi, Miss B. Can we let Lilybell talk? No? You don't think she's going to say anything? No? Well, we should give her a chance. Maybe she might. Do you want to give her a chance? Okay, Lilybell, would you like to say something? Hey, cut that out. That's not nice. Don't be mean. Don't be a mean girl. Okay, Miss Lilybell, it's your turn. Can you speak? Can y'all speak? Can you speak? Almost. She almost said something. Can you speak? Can you speak? That was like a grumble. Can you speak? Yay! Yeah? Okay, I'll let them know that you said hi. Yeah, and you said have an awesome day. And Lilybell says have an awesome day too. Yeah. Y'all are just too talkative now. I know. Okay, well y'all say goodbye. Say bye now. And see you later. Okay, we'll see you next time. Goodbye. You gonna say goodbye? Okay. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye now.